our next syllabus topic is the economic and the ecological importance of the algae. Okay, as you know, when we study the second chapter, that is the cryptogram, and in this particular cryptogram, we are studying how what is algae, what is the structure of algae, how algae reproduce, right? And from evolutionary viewpoint, वो कहाँ से आए हैं, that is all we have to study. And at last, we have to add what is the economic and the ecological importance, okay, of everything like algae, lichens, fungi, bryophyte, pteridophyte, for all. We have to do this. We have to add the economic and the ecological importance of the algae. And surprisingly, the UPSC mains examination ask this simple question often, because they just ask you what is the ecological importance of the algae. This is very easy question, and such a type of question can give you out of marks, and that is why such a kind of lecture or such a kind of theory it will be very important for you from the UPSC mains examination point of view. That is why, although easy, you have to remember very carefully the examples. Okay. Now, writing down the economic importance or the ecological importance is very important, is very easy, but it is very important to represent them with example. Without example in the UPSC मेंस एग्जामिनेशन you will not get out of marks. Okay. देखिए, कभी भी जब इकोनॉमी इंपॉर्टेंस लिखना होता है तो स्टूडेंट क्या करते हैं, लिखते हैं कि वो मेडिसिन में काम में आता है, लाइक अलगी आर यूज इन द मेडिसिन, algae are used in the industry, algae are used in the agriculture as a biofertilizer, but they don't put forward the examples. Which algae used in the medicine, which algae used in the industry, which algae used in the agriculture. So that is why they get exactly half marks for that. Okay. इसलिए ऐसी थ्योरी लिख के कोई फायदा नहीं होता है. What you have to put forward there, with proper example you have to explain your point, and then and only then, yeah, you will get the फुल मार्क्स. ठीक है, वहीं पे आपको फुल मार्क्स तभी मिलते हैं इफ यू पुट फॉरवर्ड इट विद द सुटेबल एग्जांपल. दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, एंड you should be able to differentiate between the economic and the ecological importance. Now, what is meant by economic importance? Economic importance is that importance, it is according to the human point of view. Okay, that is if some kind of service is provided by the algae to the humans, like we use it as a food, we use it as a medicine, we use them in the industry. Okay, we use them for the other various purposes. This is the economic importance. Now, what is the ecological importance? If the algae provides service to the nature, okay, ecosystem, if the algae is providing its service to the ecosystem or to the nature, then and only then we call it as the ecological importance. Okay, that is what ecological role played by the algae in the nature. But economic importance is purely from the human point of view. ठीक है, कि हमारे काम में क्या आता है. ठीक है, वो जो अलगी है वो हमारे काम का किस तरह से है, इट इज कॉल्ड एज द economic importance. And what is ecological importance? That what kind of role does the algae play in the nature? नेचर में किस प्रकार का अलगी रोल प्ले करता है, दैट इज कम्स अंडर द इकोलॉजिकल इंपॉर्टेंस. सो इकोनॉमिक इंपॉर्टेंस एंड द इकोलॉजिकल इंपॉर्टेंस टू आर डिफरेंट थिंग्स. ओके, अगर आपको इंडिविजुअली पूछा जा सकता है कि प्लीज एक्सप्लेन द इकोलॉजिकल इंपॉर्टेंस ऑफ द अलगी और इकोनॉमिक इंपॉर्टेंस ऑफ द अलगी, या फिर कभी कभी ऐसा भी होता है कि दोनों एक साथ पूछ लिए जाते हैं और आपको 3-3 पॉइंट यहाँ पे पुट फॉरवर्ड करने होते हैं. ठीक है, तो एटलीस्ट वहां पे आपको 5-5 पता होने चाहिए, तब जाके आप जो है 3-3 4-4 वहां पे लिख पाओगे examples. Okay, so let us consider the economic and the ecological importance. All right, now see, this is your syllabus. Okay, we are studying the algae, and in that we have studied the structure and reproduction from the evolutionary point of view. Okay, and then we have to study their ecological and the economic importance. Okay, that is, you should thoroughly know the ecological importance of the algae plus the economic importance of algae as well. Okay, so now see the first slide. See, first we are going to consider the ecological importance of the algae. Okay, what kind of role does the algae play in the nature, ये अब हमें स्टडी करना है. Now see the first application, first ecological application. Okay, with the common sense you can judge that in the aquatic ecosystem the main producers are the algae. Okay, who is the main producer in the aquatic ecosystem? Algae are the main producer in the aquatic ecosystem, because when you see the terrestrial ecosystem, okay, जब आप terrestrial, अगर आप सराउंडिंग में अपना terrestrial ecosystem देखोगे, so there you will find main producers are the higher plants, that is the angiosperms. Angiospermic plants are the main plants which are producing the foods on the terrestrial environment. But in the aquatic environment, there is not much quantity of the angiosperms. What are plenty there? Algae. Algae are the main source of food in the aquatic ecosystem. Because in the aquatic ecosystem, when we talk about the running the food chain or the food web, ठीक है, फूड वेब या फिर फूड चेन जो चलता है, इट इज बिकॉज ऑफ द प्रोड्यूसर्स एंड दे आर प्राइमरीली द अलगी इन द एक्वाटिक इकोसिस्टम. When you consider the marine ecosystem, in the oceanic ecosystem, in that ecosystem, the producers, the photosynthetic organism, producers literally means the one which produces the food in an ecosystem. As you know, heterotrophic organism cannot produce food. For example, fungi, they cannot produce food. Animals, they cannot produce foods. right? But they are dependent on the producers, that is plants, for their food material. So whatever the food material which is produced in the aquatic ecosystem, it is primarily due to the presence of the algae there. Okay, so consider this is an aquatic ecosystem and algae is there, and algae is preparing food, and this food is eaten by the zooplankton. Okay, whatever the small animals are there, these are called as the zooplankton, and these zooplanktons eat whatever the food material which is created by the algae. Now then these zooplanktons are eaten by the small fishes. ठीक है, जो स्मॉल फिशेस होती है, these eat the zooplankton. These smaller fishes are eaten by the larger fishes, and then these larger fishes are eaten by the even larger fishes like whales, right? Whales जैसे जो फिशेस होती है वो even larger फिशेस को कंज्यूम करती है. So all these the zooplankton, small fishes, larger fishes, and the even larger fishes are all dependent on the algae. If you scrap the algae from the aquatic ecosystem, first zooplankton will die. After that, small fishes will die, then the large fishes will die, and then the even larger fishes also die. So whole of the ecosystem can get collapsed here just because of the absence of the algae. Because algae is the main producer in the aquatic ecosystem. If you find the oceans, you will not find any higher plants there. ठीक है, कुछ एक्सेप्शन अगर आप छोड़ दोगे तो ओशियन की तरफ देखने के बाद आपको वहां पे प्लांट्स नजर नहीं आते. Then from where the food is coming? फूड कहां से आ रहा है? फूड वेब कैसे चल रहा है? This food is created by the algae. So from this example, you can judge that how ecologically this algae is important to maintain the aquatic ecosystem or the marine ecosystem, right? Now consider the theory. The ecologically the algae are at the base of the food chain. Of course, at the base पे food chain होती है. At the base, this literally means this is the base of the food chain, and here we have the algae. And on this algae, what grow? It's the zooplankton, and on the zooplankton, the small fishes. Then on the small fishes, larger fishes, and on the larger fishes, the even larger fishes like whales. So at the bottom, the producer, what we have is the algae. So the ecologically, algae is at the base of the food chain. Okay. Now at least half of the total CO2 fixation on the earth is carried out by the algae through the photosynthesis. Now judge its importance by analyzing this statement. Consider again, the at least half of the CO2 fixation of the total photosynthesis is carried out by the algae. That is, algae is responsible for carrying out the 50% of the CO2 fixation of the total photosynthesis. During photosynthesis, as you know, carbon dioxide is fixed by the plant, right? And this carbon dioxide are converted into the food material, that is the organic compounds like sugar and carbohydrates. And algae is responsible for trapping this CO2, half of this total CO2. That is, out of 100%, the 50% of the CO2 is trapped by the algae. Now इस स्टेटमेंट से आप जज कर सकते हो कि हाउ इंपॉर्टेंट algae are they for the marine environment, for the ecology, for the nature, right? So they are quite responsible for the food production in the aquatic ecosystem. Now see, being photosynthetic increase the level of the dissolved oxygen in their immediate environment. Very important. Now see, during photosynthesis, what algae do? Algae traps the CO2. What they trap? CO2, and they convert it into the food material, various types of food material. And during this process, the oxygen is liberated. That is, the byproduct of the photosynthesis is the oxygen, and this oxygen is spread to their immediate environment, and all on this oxygen, all the other heterotrophic animals are dependent. Okay, बाकी जो heterotrophic जितने भी animal है, including all the fishes, okay, all the insects, okay, like the animals like crocodiles in the aquatic ecosystem, right, snails, right. So smaller or the larger or animals are dependent on the oxygen which is produced by these algae. Okay, so not only they are doing the photosynthesis and creating the food, but what they are also doing, they are creating the larger amount of oxygen in their immediate environment. On this particular oxygen, all these heterotrophic animals are dependent. Now they have the paramount importance as the primary producer of the energy-rich compound, which form the basis of the food cycle in all aquatic animals. So just we have discussed, they produce the energy-rich compounds. Whatever the energy-rich compounds are there, all these are produced due to the presence of the algae. So algae can perform photosynthesis and can create food material for all the aquatic life. Without algae, we cannot imagine the aquatic ecosystem. Aquatic ecosystem will collapse if there is the absence of the algae. So production of food material in the aquatic ecosystem or running the aquatic food chain, for that the algae is primarily responsible, and this is the first ecological importance of the algae. ठीक है, ये algae का पहला ecological importance है. और ये आपको एक्सप्लेन करते आना चाहिए यूपीएससी मेंस में, तभी जाके उसमें मार्क्स बनते हैं, ठीक है। जस्ट मेयरली राइटिंग डाउन द हेडिंग विल नॉट गिव यू द मार्क्स, ठीक है। उसको प्रॉपरली लिमिटेड वर्ड्स में आपको पुट फॉरवर्ड करते आना चाहिए। जस्ट लाइक वी आर डिस्कसिंग इट इज प्रोड्यूसिंग द फूड, then when we say it is producing the food, then through the which process? Photosynthesis. And from photosynthesis the 2 points came, the CO2 fixation and O2 liberation, and on this O2 the whole heterotrophic animals are dependent. Okay, so in such a way you have to put forward there. Okay, so this is the first ecological importance of the algae. Now consider some more about it. See, most plankton live in the top 100 meters of the sea. Okay, most of the phytoplankton, जैसे हम कहते हैं कि most of the phytoplankton जो होते हैं ये algae से बने होते हैं. Okay, it's a unicellular algae. तो यहाँ पे आप पिक्चर में देख पा रहे हो कि it's a aerial view and you can easily observe here how the greenish color the algae are there. Okay, all these are the phytoplanktons. Okay, constantly doing the photosynthesis. Okay, now the zone into which the light from the surface freely penetrates. Okay, जहां पे ये ऐसा जोन होता है 100 मीटर्स जो सी का जो जोन होता है, यहाँ पे जो लाइट होती है वो इजीली पेनिट्रेट करती है। एज यू नो, लाइट इज द वेरी एसेंशियल कंपोनेंट ऑफ द फोटोसिंथेसिस. Without light, the plants cannot do photosynthesis. So the first 100 meters are occupied by these planktons. And these unicellular planktons or the unicellular algae are responsible for trapping the maximum light and absorbing the CO2 and releasing the O2 in the process of photosynthesis. And that is why we say that all these organisms are running the aquatic food chains. Now, majority of the them live in the first 100 meters of the sea. Okay, why? Because the free light is available in this region. Now, perhaps half of the total photosynthesis in this zone is carried out by the organism less than 10 micrometers in diameter, including the cyanobacteria and the algae. देखिए, और 50% जो इसमें से जो फोटोसिंथेसिस होता है उनका ये जो ऑर्गेनिज्म है, दे आर लेस देन 10 माइक्रोमीटर्स इन डायमीटर. उनका डायमीटर 10 माइक्रोमीटर से ज्यादा नहीं है. सो these are tiny organisms, these are unicellular organisms which are belonging to the cyanobacteria or the algae are responsible for running this particular aquatic ecosystem. All right, now consider the second one, that is the food web. Okay, just we have discussed that how the food web is run by the algae, right? In the first application, how the photosynthesis is done by the algae and all the food material which is running the aquatic ecosystem, ये कैसे होता है ये अभी हमने डिस्कस किया. Now consider the food web, that is the phytoplankton are mostly the single cell algae. ठीक है, फाइटोप्लैंक्टन जो होते हैं ये सिंगल सेल अलगी होते हैं, एंड दीज आर सिंगल सेल अलगी इज प्रोड्यूसिंग ऑल द फोटोसिंथेटिक प्रोडक्ट इन द एक्वाटिक इकोसिस्टम. नाउ दैट आर इन टर्न इटन बाय द स्मॉल एनिमल्स लाइक जूप्लैंक्टन. ठीक है, इसको कौन कंज्यूम कर लेता है फिर? जूप्लैंक्टन. नाउ रिमेंबर दैट दिस जूप्लैंक्टन डू नॉट हैव एबिलिटी टू प्रोड्यूस देयर ओन फूड. These zooplankton are dependent on the algae for the production of food material. Now zooplankton are in turn live near the surface of the sea. Now these zooplankton are eaten by the larger zooplankton. Okay, जो larger थोड़े से बड़े जो zooplankton होते हैं, these larger zooplankton are eaten these smaller zooplankton which in turn eaten by the small fishes. ठीक है, यहाँ पे जो small fishes होती है वो उसे eat करती है and which are in turn eaten by the larger fishes. So see how the larger fish which is not directly come in contact with the algae but it is still dependent on the algae. See how the algae when produces the food it will make survive the zooplankton. If there are zooplankton there will be the higher zooplankton, and if there are higher zooplankton there will be the small fishes, and if there are the small fishes then and only then there will be the larger fishes. So this larger fish is also nurtured by the or taken care by these algae. Okay, so algae being the main photosynthetic food productive machines in their immediate environment, in the aquatic environment, they are responsible for the production of food material and they are also responsible for maintaining the food web in the aquatic ecosystem. Okay, now consider the third one. ठीक है, तीसरा वाला देखिए इकोलॉजिकल इंपॉर्टेंस कौन सा है? दैट इज कॉल्ड एज द न्यूट्रिएंट साइक्लिंग. वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, लेट्स अंडरस्टैंड इट. सी as the algae die, ठीक है, जैसे यहाँ पे आप देख पा रहे हो कि लार्जर क्वांटिटी में algae यहाँ पे प्रेजेंट है, एंड व्हेन दिस algae die what happens with them? See, when these algae die they are consumed by the organisms which are called as decomposers which are primarily fungi and bacteria. ठीक है, जब वो डेथ होती है इन algae की, these algae are consumed by the decomposers. Who are consuming them? These algae are consumed by the decomposers such as the fungi and the bacteria. No doubt fungi and bacteria form the larger class of the decomposers because they decompose the things. Okay, now these are fungi which are heterotrophic organism and these bacteria also heterotrophic organism try to extract all the energy rich compound. Okay, energy rich compound जो है extract करने की कोशिश करते हैं from these particular algae which is get dead. ठीक है, जो डेथ होती है algae की, after the death there is a still energy rich compound in their bodies. all these energy rich compounds are absorbed by the decomposers like the fungi and the bacteria. Okay, so they help in making fungi and the bacteria survive. ठीक है, यहाँ पे फंगा और बैक्टीरिया को भी सर्वाइव करने के लिए वो अलगी क्या होता है, रिस्पॉन्सिबल होता है. नाउ द डिकम्पोजर्स फीड ऑन द डिकेइंग प्लांट्स एंड कंज्यूम द हाई एनर्जी मॉलिक्यूल, ऑफ कोर्स essentially remineralizing the biomass into lower energy molecule that are used by the organisms in the food web. Now see, during this decomposition, जब ये decomposition हो रहा है, now during this decomposition process the complex inorganic organic compound, जो complex organic compound होते हैं, okay, whatever the complex organic compounds are there, all these complex organic compounds are converted into the simple inorganic compounds. ठीक है, simple inorganic compounds में क्या करते हैं, convert हो जाते हैं. Okay, now simple inorganic compounds like CO2, H2O, ठीक है, इसमें ये कन्वर्ट कर देते हैं. So this CO2 is again trapped by the plants, plus this water is again used by the plants in the process of photosynthesis. Plus also apart from these inorganic content, that is the CO2 and the H2O, other vitamins and minerals are also liberated in the process of the decomposition. Okay, as you know, minerals and the vitamins are very important from the growth of the natural organism point of view, right? ये जो organisms होते हैं, any organism require this some less or more amount these type of vitamins and minerals, right? So these minerals and vitamins are coming from the dead algae, which is converted into its free form by the fungi and the bacteria, and these liberated minerals and the vitamins are then available to the other ecosystem organisms. So simply whatever the nutrients are there which are present in the body of the algae, it is now getting recycled. Okay, so algae created them in the process of photosynthesis. Now after the decomposition, again these are liberated and again these are taken up by the other organisms, and from other organism it will again come back to the algae in the some way or other way. Okay, after the death of that heterotrophic animal. So this is where the nutrient cycling is going on. Okay, so in the nutrient cycling the algae play a very important role. How they perform first photosynthesis and they create the energy rich compound. Photosynthesis पहले perform करते हैं and they create the energy rich compound, and all these energy rich compounds after the death of the algae is used by the fungi or the bacteria like organism, and whatever the minerals are there or the vitamins are there are liberated. Again this mineral and vitamins are taken up by the plants, and these are plants again when there is a death occurs of the plant, it again goes to decomposer and decomposer again liberates the minerals and nutrients, and in this way this cycle is going on. Okay, इस प्रकार से साइकिल चलता ही रहता है, and this type of cycle is called as the nutrient cycling. इसको क्या बोला जाता है, इसको बोला जाता है न्यूट्रिएंट साइक्लिंग. Okay, now consider the fourth one, that is the providing the habitat to the other animals. Now of course we have discussed about the kelp forest. Okay, kelp forest कैसे होते हैं हमने डिस्कस किया था, and the PFIC members are very famous for this, for creating this particular kelp forest. Now consider this picture particular. This is a kelp forest created by the algae, and inside this kelp forest see these many fishes smaller or larger find their habitat. That is majority of these fishes use these algae as their habitat. Algae को वो habitat की तरह यूज करते हैं, वहां पे रहने की जगह वो बनाते हैं. Okay, so providing the habitat is another very important ecological role which is done by these algae in the ecosystem, in the aquatic ecosystem. Because in the aquatic ecosystem you will not find any other habitat. अगर आप देखोगे कि aquatic ecosystem से अगर algae हट जाए तो right from the surface to the bottom of the sea you will not find any habitat. Okay, there will not be anything to hide. So all these small animals find their habitat inside this kelp forest, which are created primarily by the algae. Okay, now see the large species of the algae encourage the growth and spread of the aquatic life as they provide habitat for the several species. Many species are there which are find their habitat in these particular algae. Some of them used to lay the eggs even in these particular habitats. Now see kelp forest, for example, of the large species of the algae that provides habitat to the numerous organisms like snails, skeletal shrimps, sea urchins. All these animals जो होते हैं ये habitat अपना लेते हैं in this particular kelp forest. So providing the habitat is another important task done by the algae. Now as you know, algae is not only the algae do not show only the aquatic habitat. It is also found in on the terrestrial habitat where there is a moisture, right? जहां पे moisture होता है वहां पे भी ये grow करते हैं. Now in such a case, see, when we came out of the aquatic ecosystem into the terrestrial ecosystem, and when we find the algae at the terrestrial ecosystem that is on the ground, consider this is the plain ground, and here we have the algae spread on it. Okay, so here also the algae provide the habitat for the microscopic organisms. Whatever the microscopic organism or the small, very small insect जो होते हैं उनके लिए habitat provide करने का काम जो है ये algae वहां पे भी करती है. Not only in the aquatic ecosystem but also in the terrestrial terrestrial ecosystem, this algae provides the habitat for the variety of organisms. Okay, so we are discussing the what is the ecological roles played by the algae. Now, first ecological role we have discussed is that they perform photosynthesis in the aquatic ecosystem and they are responsible for maintaining the marine ecosystem. In the second, we have discussed that how they maintain the food web. In the third one, we have discussed that how they are responsible for the energy cycling. And in the fourth one, they are described as they are providing the habitat for the particular animals. So all these are the ecological importance. All this is a ecological role which are done by the algae in the nature. It is fixing CO2, releasing O2, thus maintaining the autotrophic and heterotrophic life at the same time. It is running aquatic ecosystem. It is maintaining the aquatic web, right? It is maintaining the aquatic web. Then it is providing the habitat for the variety of animals in the form of kelp forest. Then it is also responsible for the nutrient cycling. So all these are the ecological roles of the algae, which the algae do in the nature, right? Now consider the next one. See, the next ecological role of the algae, that is the regulation of the climate. Now this is very peculiar and important, okay? Now see, the algae, particularly a tiny phytoplankton, whatever the tiny phytoplanktons are there in the ocean, these are phytoplanktons. When the cell tissue of these organism damage, जैसे इनका cell tissue जो है वो damage होता है. Now consider the phytoplanktons which are present in the nature. Okay, ये जो phytoplankton होते हैं, these are present in the nature, and whenever the cell tissue of this phytoplankton get damaged, what they release? They release a very particular compound. See, the name of the compound is the dimethyl sulfonneopropioniate. In short, it is called as the DMSP. Okay, DMSP. This type of chemical compounds are released by these damaged cell tissue. It's a gas essential for the biogeochemical cycles of the earth. Whatever the biogeochemical cycles are there, biogeochemical cycles के लिए जो है ये गैस क्या होती है, रिस्पॉन्सिबल होती है. Now, for maintaining these biogeochemical cycles, these chemical compounds are responsible. Okay, and from where this DMSP compound is coming, it is coming from the damaged cell tissue of the phytoplankton, which are primarily the algae. Okay, when the phytoplanktons are present on the surface of the ocean, and when that cell tissue get damaged, they produce a particular compound that is a DMSP, and this DMSP play a very important role in the biogeochemical cycle. How? Let us see. See, in the seawater, the DMSP breaks down to form the dimethyl sulfide. Okay, that is, this DMSP is getting converted into dimethyl sulfide. In short, it is called DMS. Okay, so when the DMSP is created from the algae, this DMSP is getting converted into DMS, that is dimethyl sulfide. Okay, when the dimethyl sulfide reaches the ocean surface, it diffuses into air. Okay, air के contact में आता है. Okay, और जैसे ही air के contact में आता है, it oxidizes as a sulfate aerosols. वो किसमें वो convert हो जाते हैं? They got converted into sulfate aerosols, right? So sulfate aerosols are created there when these DMS compound are come in contact with the air, okay, which act like a cloud condensation nuclei. Okay, ये जो सल्फेट एरोसोल्स होते हैं, ये क्लाउड कंडेंसेशन न्यूक्लियाई के तौर पे काम करते हैं, एंड दीज आर देन रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर द रेन. ओके, सो क्लाउड कंडेंसेशन न्यूक्लिया के तौर पे यहाँ पे कौन सा केमिकल कंपाउंड काम कर रहा है? दिस इज कॉल्ड एज द सल्फेट एरोसोल्स, एंड फ्रॉम वेयर दिस सल्फेट एरोसोल्स इज कमिंग? दिस इज कमिंग फ्रॉम द डाइमेथिल सल्फाइड, एंड डाइमेथिल सल्फाइड इज द प्रोडक्ट ऑफ द केमिकल कंपाउंड दैट इज कॉल्ड एज द DMSP, एंड ऑल दिस DMSP इज कमिंग फ्रॉम द algae. Okay, whatever the phytoplanktons are there, when their cell tissue is damaged, they create the DMSP. Then this DMSP got converted into DMS, and then this DMS, when come in contact with the air, they produce the sulfate aerosols, and these sulfate aerosols then act as a nuclei for the cloud condensation. Okay, which is then responsible for the rain. Okay, when water attaches to these nuclei, okay, whenever the water vapor that is H2O attaches to these nuclei, the cloud forms. इसलिए वहां पे क्या तैयार होते हैं? क्लाउड्स वहां पे तैयार होते हैं, and which results in the rain. जिस वजह से वहां पे क्या होती है? रेन होती है. सो बायोजियोकेमिकल साइकिल, दैट इज द वाटर साइकिल. हाउ वाटर साइकिल इज मेंटेन्ड बाय द algae, we have explained here. Due to this algae, the rain is possible. The biogeochemical cycle is maintained by this algae, because they are, when they damage their cell tissue, they produce a DMSP, and this DMSP got converted into DMS. Then this DMS is converted into sulfate aerosols when came in contact with the air, and these act as a nuclei to condense the particular cloud to form the rain. Okay. Now, since nearly half of the world's biogenic supply of the sulfur is produced by the DMS from the ocean, it plays a very important role in the regulation of the climate. Of course, not only the water cycle, but also the sulfur cycle is maintained by these particular algae. because half of this world's biogenic supply of the sulfur is produced by the DMS. That is, ये जो DMS यहाँ पे create हुआ था dimethyl sulfide, this dimethyl sulfide serve as a source of the sulfur for the 50% of the production of the sulfur. ये जो सल्फर का प्रोडक्शन होता है वह इसके प्रोडक्शन के लिए वहां पे 50% कौन सा केमिकल कंपाउंड रिस्पॉन्सिबल, इट इज कॉल्ड डाइमिथिल सल्फाइड, and this dimethyl sulfide is responsible for converting into the sulfur, and this sulfur has the primary origin in the dimethyl sulfide itself. Okay, so not only the water cycle but also the sulfur cycle, that is all these biogeochemical cycles are maintained by the algae. So primarily algae is responsible for the maintaining the these biogeochemical cycles. So very huge ecological role, very huge climatic role is played by the algae here. सो इस प्रकार के एग्जाम्पल जब आप लिखोगे यूपीएससी मेंस में, तभी जाके आपको एक्यूरेट मार्क्स वहां पे मिलेंगे, ठीक है। इन एनी अदरवाइज जो है जनरलाइजेशन जब आप करते हो बातों का, तो वहां पे मार्क्स आपके रिड्यूस होते हैं। यू शुड नॉट जनरलाइज द थिंग्स, यू शुड स्पेसिफिकली मेंशन द थिंग्स। ओके, नाउ लेट अस कंसीडर द इकोनॉमिक इंपॉर्टेंस। एज वी हैव डिस्कस ऑलरेडी, इकोनॉमिक इंपॉर्टेंस फ्रॉम द ह्यूमन पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू। ओके, ह्यूमन पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू जो इंपॉर्टेंस में होता है अलगी को, उसे इकोनॉमिक इंपॉर्टेंस बोला जाता है। ऑफ कोर्स द फर्स्ट इज द फूड। Okay, algae we use as a food. We humans use this algae as a food. Okay, now see the many species of the Porphyra or Laminaria or Sargassum are among the 70 species of the marine algae that are used directly as a food. Okay, ये जो Laminaria है, इसके अंदर Laminarin नाम के केमिकल कंपाउंड होते हैं। All these are used as a food. Sargassum is also used by the coastal peoples, and the Porphyra is also used as a food. ओके, ये जो सारे अलगीज है, इनको डायरेक्टली फूड सोर्स के तौर पे यूज किया जाता है इन द डिफरेंट पार्ट्स ऑफ द वर्ल्ड। ओके, दोज कंट्री विच लिव नियर द विच हैज द कोस्टल एरियाज, दे आर प्राइमरली डिपेंडेंट ऑन दिस अलगीज for their food material. Okay, so Porphyra, Laminaria, Sargassum are etc. used as a food. See the other, like a Chlorella. Okay, Chlorella is the unicellular algae which is rich in proteins, is used as a food supplement and the single cell protein even by the space travelers. Okay, whatever the space travelers are there, आप जानते हो कि स्पेस ट्रैवलिंग में जो होती है कि फूड क्राइसिस वहां पे होते कि फूड कैसे लिया जाए, लेके जाना कैसे ले जाना है ऊपर, इसके बारे में बहुत कुछ बातें की जाती है। तो फॉर दैट वी हैव द Chlorella algae which is the unicellular algae and it can form the single cell protein, and we have discussed single cell protein in detail. We know why we are calling it single cell protein, because it is coming from the unicellular organism, that is the Chlorella, and Chlorella is responsible for production of this single cell protein, and these single cell proteins are used by the space travelers. Whatever the space travelers are there, all these space travelers use these Chlorella unicellular algae as a single cell protein or the food supplement while they are traveling in the space. Okay, so the algae for the food is famous, like Porphyra, Laminaria, Sargassum and the Chlorella all are used as a food, okay, by the humans. Now see, agar it is one of the commercially important product. It is extracted from the Gelidium and the Gracilaria. This is used in the preparation of the ice creams and the jellies. Okay, ice creams जो होती है, ice creams बनाने में और jellies create करने में जो है इस agar का इस्तेमाल होता है। From where this agar is coming? This agar is coming from the Gelidium and Gracilaria. Oh, both of these are algae. Okay, so the source of the agar is the algae, that is the Gelidium and the Gracilaria, and by using this agar we can create the ice creams and the jellies. Okay, and the Chlorella, Porphyra, Laminaria and Sargassum are the other examples of the algae which are primarily used as a food material. All right, so algae in the food material are quite famous, okay, throughout the world. Now second is the biological indicator. Okay, this for the human it acts as a biological indicator of the water pollution, soil pollution, etc. Okay, as you know, the algae is very sensitive to the change in the environment. Okay, by a little change in their immediate environment they might get die. ओके, क्लोरेला एक्ट एज ए बायोलॉजिकल इंडिकेटर फॉर दी वाटर पोल्यूशन। ओके, देखिए जो पोल्यूशन होता है, पोल्यूशन के लिए algae जो बहुत सेंसिटिव होती है, ओके, दे आर वेरी सेंसिटिव फॉर द पोल्यूशन। वेरी स्मॉल चेंज इन देयर इमीडिएट एनवायरनमेंट कैन मेक देम डाई। ओके, एंड ड्यू टू दिस वी केम टू नो दैट सच एंड सच ए वाटर पोल्यूशन और द सॉइल पोल्यूशन इज देयर। ठीक है, वाटर पोल्यूशन वहां पे हो रहा है या फिर सॉइल पोल्यूशन वहां हो रहा है, algae act as an indicator species. So by just knowing that the algae is dying, we will come to know that water is getting polluted. ठीक है, if water is not getting polluted, this would not happen, and these algae when start to die, we can conclude that somehow the water concentration or the chemical composition of the water is getting changed. Right, so this is how these algae can also act as a biological indicator. Also, you know the famous examples of the lichens, right, for the air pollution, right? A small amount of air pollution by the sulfur can cause the lichens to disappear, and lichen, as you know, the algae is the integral part of this lichen. So lichens are also act as indicator species for the air pollution. The small amount of sulfur pollution if there, they will not grow, it will not allow to grow the lichens. Okay, and that is why we never find the lichens in the cities or around the cities. Okay, cities में या फिर around the cities आपको कभी भी lichen देखने को नहीं मिलती है because of the air pollution. Okay, so lichen or the chlorella act as a biological indicator for the humans to know the where which kind of pollution is occurring there. All right, now see the third one, that is in the laboratory and the dental applications. Okay, now see the cell walls of the mini red alga are sulfated polysaccharides such as the agar and the carrageenan. Okay, we have already discussed this while we are discussing the red algae and the phaeophyce members. So agar and the carrageenan are both are present in their cell walls. Now these are used to make the gel capsules. Okay, these agar and the carrageenan both compounds are used to create the gel capsule which is as a material for the dental impressions. ठीक है, dental impressions के लिए इनको मटेरियल के तौर पे इनका इस्तेमाल होता है. एंड इट ऑल्सो एक्ट एज ए बेस फॉर द कॉस्मेटिक्स. ओके, जो कॉस्मेटिक्स होते हैं उनके बेस के तौर पे भी उनको यूज किया जाता है अगार को और कैराजिनिन को. नाउ दिस अगार पर्टिकुलरली इट हैज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फंक्शन इन द लेबोरेटरी because in the laboratory when we create the media for the growth of the algae or bacteria or fungi or the other organism, this media is primarily created from the agar and this agar is coming from the algae. Okay, so very important economic importance of the algae, that in the laboratory application when we create the media. Okay, this is the very famous term in the laboratories because many a times student create the media in order to grow the bacteria, fungi and the other organism on it, because this media contain all the essential nutrients and all these essential nutrients are provided to the bacteria, fungi and other organism in order to make them grow. ठीक है, अगर बैक्टीरिया को आपको लेबोरेटरी में ग्रो करना है, फंगस को ग्रो करना है या फिर किसी और ऑर्गेनिज्म को अगर आपको ग्रो करना है, फॉर दैट यू हैव टू क्रिएट द मीडिया एंड फॉर क्रिएटिंग दिस मीडिया अगार इज यूज्ड. ठीक है, इट इज फेमसली कॉल्ड एज द agar media. Okay, so agar and carrageenan you find their application in the laboratory as well as in the dental applications. Okay, now they are used to create the gel capsules. These gel capsules are used as a dental impressions. Okay, so in the dental application the agar or the carrageenan are used to create the gel capsules, and in the laboratory condition whatever the media is created there for the growing of the bacteria and the fungi, for that the agar is primarily used, which is this type of media is famously called as the agar media. Okay, so this is the third application or the third economic importance of the algae, that is they are used in the laboratory and in the dental applications. Now see the fourth one, that is the hydrogen gas production by the algae, and then these algae are used to produce the hydrogen gas. Okay, as you know hydrogen gas is the side product of the nitrogen fixation in the plants. ये तो सबसे पहली ही बात पता है सबको, लेकिन but how we can invest this hydrogen in our energy industry, वो अभी जो है लेटेस्ट रिसर्च उस पर चल रही है. Okay, now see the hydrogen fuel cells are attractive and a clean energy सोर्स फॉर द मोटर कार्स. ठीक है, मोटर कार्स जो होती है, इन मोटर कार्स के लिए जो है हाइड्रोजन एज अ सोर्स ऑफ द एनर्जी यूज करना, ये जो है ये लेटेस्ट टेक्नोलॉजी बनाई जा रही है. नाउ इलेक्ट्रोलिसिस ऑफ द वाटर इज मोस्ट कॉमनली मेंशन्ड मेथड फॉर जनरेटिंग द हाइड्रोजन गैस. नाउ सी द हाइड्रोजन गैस को अगर जनरेट करना है तो इलेक्ट्रोलिसिस करना पड़ता है वाटर का, तब जाके हमें हाइड्रोजन गैस मिलती है, बट इट इज एक्सपेंसिव प्रोसेस. ओके, नाउ अल्गी कैन आल्सो इंड्यूस टू प्रोड्यूस द हाइड्रोजन गैस. अल्गी से भी हाइड्रोजन गैस को ऑब्टेन किया जा सकता है. हाउ दे सी साइनोबैक्टीरिया produce the hydrogen as the byproduct of the nitrogen fixation. So whatever the nitrogen fixation is happening there, this nitrogen fixation producing the hydrogen as a byproduct. Hydrogen को byproduct के तौर पे create करते हैं, and this hydrogen can be used as a energy source for the motor cars. So right now we are taking the hydrogen from the electrolysis of the water, and this is the main source of the hydrogen for right now, but we can take the hydrogen or we can create the source of hydrogen from the nitrogen fixation, because nitrogen fixation is such a process in which the nitrogen is created and the hydrogen is liberated as a byproduct, and we can harvest this byproduct. Actually इस byproduct को क्या किया जा सकता है, इस byproduct को harvest किया जा सकता है, and after harvesting जो है उसको हार्वेस्ट करके हम उसको मोटर कार्स में एज ए एनर्जी सोर्स के तौर पे यूज कर सकते हैं. सो द अल्गेस कैन बी द हाइड्रोजन गैस सोर्स. जो हाइड्रोजन गैसेस है उसके सोर्स के तौर पे हम क्या कर सकते हैं, अल्गी को हम यूज कर सकते हैं. Okay, so algae we use as a food material. Algae then we are using in the dental impressions and the laboratory condition. Then we are using the algae as a hydrogen gas. Then we are using the algae as a biological indicator. ठीक है, biological indicator के तौर पे भी हम उसको यूज करते हैं. तो चारों एप्लीकेशन जो है इकोनॉमिक एप्लीकेशन आपको क्या करने हैं, याद रखने हैं. ऑलराइट, नाउ कंसीडर द प्रोडक्शन ऑफ द अल्ट्रावायलेट सनस्क्रीन्स बाय द algae. वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. ओके, इस प्रकार का जब आप एप्लीकेशन लिखते हो, सो इट विल ब्रिंग यू द मोर मार्क्स. ओके, एज कंपेयर टू अदर कॉमन टाइप ऑफ एप्लीकेशंस. नाउ सी वन मैकेनिज्म that the cells have evolved dealing with the damaging UV light. Okay, see यहाँ पे जो whatever the global warming is occurring nowadays, and due to this global warming the ozone layer is got thin at the Antarctic, as you know, which is resulted in the ozone hole. Right, ozone hole में वो result हो गई है, and that is why harmful ultraviolet radiation is now crossing the ozone layer and it is directly coming to the earth. Now, in such a condition, whatever the algae which is growing below that particular ozone hole, this algae is naturally creating a sunscreen फॉर इट सेल्फ. ओके, वो नेचुरली क्या क्रिएट कर रही है, वो सनस्क्रीन क्रिएट कर रही है फॉर इट सेल्फ. एंड दीज सनस्क्रीन्स आर देन कैन बी यूज बाय द ह्यूमंस टू अवॉइड दिस यूवी रेडिएशन. ठीक है, देखिए द मोस्ट कॉमन ऑफ दिस यूवी एब्सॉर्बिंग कंपाउंड्स व्हिच आर प्रोड्यूस्ड बाय दिस algae इज कॉल्ड एज द माइक्रोस्पोरिन लाइक अमीनो एसिड्स. ठीक है, ये जो केमिकल कंपाउंड प्रोड्यूस करते हैं टू प्रोटेक्ट देमसेल्फ फ्रॉम द यूवी रेडिएशन, दिस द केमिकल कंपाउंड्स आर कॉल्ड एज द माइक्रोस्पोरिन लाइक अमीनो एसिड्स, दैट इज MAA, माइक्रोस्पोरिन लाइक अमीनो एसिड. सो माइक्रोस्पोरिन लाइक अमीनो एसिड वो क्रिएट करते हैं टू सेव देमसेल्फ फ्रॉम द अल्ट्रावायलेट रेडिएशन, एंड दिस कंपाउंड कैन बी यूज्ड टू क्रिएट द सनस्क्रीन्स. ओके, एंड लाइक द अमीनो एसिड्स एंड दैट अब्सॉर्ब द यूवी रेडिएशन बिटवीन द 310 to 360 नैनोमीटर्स. तो 310 to 360 नैनोमीटर्स का जो ये रेंज है, इसमें आने वाले जो अल्ट्रावायलेट रेडिएशन है, इसको एक केमिकल कंपाउंड एब्सॉर्ब कर लेता है, एंड देन दिस विल नॉट कॉज एनी डैमेज टू द लिविंग सेल. Okay, so algae found the way to deal with the UV radiation. Whatever the ultraviolet radiation which are directly coming in contact with the living cell, which can damage the living cell, which can cause the very harmful effect to the DNA, which can mutate the DNA, which can cause the cancer. ओके, ये जो यूवी रेडिएशन होते हैं, ये कैंसर कॉज कर सकते हैं, डीएनए को डैमेज कर सकते हैं, प्रोटीन को डैमेज कर सकते हैं. बट व्हेन दिस algae come in contact with this UV radiation, they have created the way to escape from this UV radiation. They have created the chemical compound like a mycosporin like amino acid, and these are chemical compounds able to absorb the UV radiation in between the 310 to 360 nanometers, and there will not be any destructive cause in the algal cell when the mycosporin like amino acids are present in their bodies. Okay, so we can use these chemical compounds to create the sunscreens and also save ourselves from the UV radiation, right? So mycosporin, a small water soluble nitrogenous metabolite, okay, a nitrogenous metabolite, right? The MMA occurs in the malleolgal groups where they attenuate the UVB, that is the ultraviolet B radiation जो है, which is the deadliest among the अल्ट्रावायलेट रेडिएशन. ठीक है, अल्ट्रावायलेट रेडिएशन के जितने भी टाइप्स है, उसमें बी जो है डेडलीस्ट है, और इस बी के इफेक्ट को न्यूट्रलाइज करने वाले माइक्रोस्पोरिन केमिकल कंपाउंड्स algae के पास होते हैं, एंड रिड्यूस द हार्मफुल इफेक्ट ऑफ द रेडिएशन ऑन द सेल. ठीक है, व्हाटएवर द रेडिएशन जिसका हार्मफुल इफेक्ट होने वाला होता है सेल पे, वो हार्मफुल इफेक्ट को नलिफाई करने का काम जो है ये पर्टिकुलर माइक्रोस्पोरिन केमिकल कंपाउंड करते हैं. ओके, सो these chemical compound we can use to create the sunscreens to save ourselves from the UV radiation. ठीक है, देखिए algae जो है एडेप्टेशन दिखा रही है यहाँ पे कि जैसे ही उसको प्रॉब्लम क्रिएट हुआ यूवी रेडिएशन का, इट हैज क्रिएटेड द केमिकल कंपाउंड फॉर हरसेल्फ. ठीक है, उसने केमिकल कंपाउंड बनाया है इन ऑर्डर टू सेव हरसेल्फ फ्रॉम द यूवी रेडिएशन. Algae is producing the mycosporin like chemical compound, which is the nitrogenous chemical compound which can neutralize the UVB radiation, and that is why we can create sunscreen out of it in order to save ourselves as well from the UV radiation. जस्ट फॉर एग्जाम्पल इट कैन यूज एज ए फोडर. ओके, जो भी कैटल्स होते हैं, शिप्स होते हैं, उनके लिए फोडर के तौर पे जो है हम algae का इस्तेमाल करते हैं. नाउ लेट अस कंसीडर व्हिच algae इज द Rhodomania palmate इज यूज्ड एज ए फूड मटेरियल फॉर द शिप्स, while the laminaria जो है, या फिर saccharina है, या फिर जो pelvetia है, ascophylum है, all these species are used as a food for the cattle. ठीक है, जो भी कोस्टल एरियाज में रहने वाले जो ये है कंट्रीज है, ठीक है, या फिर जो जहां पे फूडर का सोर्स कोई और नहीं है, या ऐसी कंडीशन में जो है ये algae ही जो है फूडर का काम करते हैं फॉर द शिप्स एज वेल एज फॉर द कैटल्स. ठीक है, कैटल्स हो या फिर शिप्स हो, उनके लिए फूडर के तौर पे हम algae का इस्तेमाल करते हैं. ओके, तो ये भी एक याद रखना है. नाउ कंसीडर द नेक्स्ट वन, algae एज ए बायोफर्टिलाइजर. ठीक है, algae देखिए बायोफर्टिलाइजर के तौर पे हम यूज करते हैं, दैट इज ईएम2 फिक्सेशन. आप जानते हो कि ये बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट एप्लीकेशन है algae का हमारे लिए, बिकॉज इट कैन फॉर्म द बेसिस ऑफ द ऑर्गेनिक फार्मिंग. ओके, और ऑर्गेनिक फार्मिंग का ये बेसिस बनता है. इट्स अ नेचुरल फर्टिलाइजर. algae can be used as a natural fertilizer, and that is why algae as a fertilizer is a very important economic advantage of the algae. Now see, the blue-green algae or the cyanobacteria are treated as a biofertilizer, and as you know the reason, because these cyanobacteria can fix the atmospheric nitrogen and make it available to the plants. ठीक है, plants के लिए वो available करके देता है, and that is why it acts as a biofertilizer. Okay, generally when we talk about the agricultural studies, we say NPK, right? Nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium. So nitrogen, the important component out of these three, can be provided by the cyanobacteria because they can fix the atmospheric nitrogen and can mix it with the soil, which is directly available to the plants. Okay. Now see, the nostoc, oscillatoria, or spirulina are etc. are used as a fertilizers in the rice fields. Rice fields में उसको fertilizer के तौर पे काम करते हैं. All these algae can fix the atmospheric nitrogen into the ground, right? Cultivation of spirulina is gaining importance in the feed as well as for the fish, poultry, and the cattle as well. So algae as a food material, as a biofertilizer can be used, and the cyanobacteria are famous for this particular application because these cyanobacteria can fix the atmospheric nitrogen and make it available to the plants. Okay, example of course आपको सब पता है साइनोबैक्टीरिया के बारे में, क्योंकि जब हमने साइनोबैक्टीरिया स्टडी किया था वहां हमने पूरी डिटेल साइनोबैक्टीरिया की स्टडी की थी कि किस प्रकार से वो ये सब कुछ फंक्शनिंग करता है. ओके, सो algae as a biofertilizer is also an important function or the application from the human point of view. Then the conversion of the alkaline soil into the fertile soil. Okay, alkaline soil को fertile soil में जो है कन्वर्ट करने का जो काम है वो भी कुछ algae करते हैं. सी अल्कलाइन सॉइल जो होती है ये कैसी सॉइल होती है? इट्स अ स्टराइल सॉइल. ठीक है, अल्कलाइन सॉइल जो होती है ये स्टराइल सॉइल होती है, एंड दिस स्टराइल सॉइल गेटिंग कन्वर्टेड इनटू द फर्टाइल सॉइल बाय यूजिंग द सर्टेन काइंड्स ऑफ द algae. Okay, now see the blue green algae like the nostoc, oscillatoria or the spirulina are used to modify the sterile soil into the fertile soil. ठीक है, अगर हम nostoc को वहां पे ग्रो करते हैं, स्पाइरुलिना ग्रो करते हैं, ऑसिलोटोरिया ग्रो करते हैं, तो ये नाइट्रोजन को वहां पे लेके आते हैं और नाइट्रोजन वहां पे आ जाने के बाद जो है अदर वेजिटेशन जो है वहां पे ग्रो करने लगता है, एंड ड्यू टू दिस द होल एरिया गॉट कन्वर्टेड इनटू द फर्टाइल लैंड. ओके, सो वी कैन कन्वर्ट द अल्कलाइन soil or the sterile soil into the fertile soil by using the algae. Okay, now because they have the remarkable ability to fix the atmospheric nitrogen into the soil, right? Nearly 400 kg of the nitrogen is fixed per year by this particular algae. ये जो particular algae होती है, nostoc हो गया, oscillatoria हो गया, spirulina हो गया, ये 400 kg of the nitrogen per year ये क्या करते हैं soil में जो है वो absorb कर लेते हैं, hence they create the fertile soil. So whatever the sterile soil, alkaline soil is there, the algae are used to convert this alkaline or the sterile soil into the fertile soil. Okay, now consider algae in the industry. Of course industry में भी इसका इस्तेमाल होता है. Iodine, this word, okay, iodine अभी अभी आपने पिछले लेक्चर में इसको सुना है और हमने बोला था कि कौन से टाइप के सेल्स में आयोडीन कॉन्सेंट्रेट होता है. ओके, नाउ इन आयोडीन इंडस्ट्री इज मेनली डिपेंडेंट अपॉन द algae. Okay, algae belonging to the Phaeophyceae like Laminaria, Eglonia, then Eosinea are used in the industry to prepare the iodine. ठीक है, आयोडीन इससे निकालने के लिए इन सब algae का क्या होता है, इस्तेमाल होता है. ओके, सो मेनली द मेंबर्स ऑफ द Phaeophyceae आपको याद रखने हैं. लाइमिनारिया हो गया, इक्लोनिया हो गया, ये इसेनिया हो गया, ये जो है आयोडीन इंडस्ट्री में इनसे आयोडीन को एक्सट्रैक्ट किया जाता है. ऑलराइट, नाउ consider the next application that is in the antibiotic and in the medicine. Of course the algae produce certain kinds of antibiotic. One of them is the chlorelin. ठीक है, क्लोरेलिन का ही एग्जांपल हमने यहाँ पे इसलिए लिया है क्योंकि याद रह जाता है कि क्लोरेला एंड क्लोरेलिन. ठीक है, तो जब भी आपको मेडिसिनल एप्लीकेशन लिखना हो यूपीएससी मेंस में तो आपने बस क्लोरेला से क्लोरेलिन दैट इज एंटीबायोटिक जो है ये अगेंस्ट मेनी पैथोजेनिक बैक्टीरिया के अगेंस्ट काम करता है, ये आपको एग्जांपल के तौर पे वहां पे काम आएगा. ठीक है, सो क्लोरेलिन व्हिच इज द एंटीबायोटिक व्हिच कैन बी यूज्ड अगेंस्ट द पैथोजेनिक बैक्टीरिया इज कमिंग फ्रॉम द क्लोरेला algae. ठीक है, यूनिसेलुलर क्लोरेला algae जो है इससे ये आ रहा है. नाउ जो क्लैडोफोरा के एक्सट्रैक्ट होते हैं, क्लैडोफोरा इज अगेन द algae and the extract of this cladophora is used to kill the Pseudomonas or the Mycobacterium. As you know, Pseudomonas and the Mycobacterium are responsible for causing the various diseases. जब हमने बैक्टीरिया देखे थे उसमें हमने डिसीज डिस्कस किए थे कि माइकोबैक्टीरियम और Pseudomonas कौन कौन से डिसीज कॉज करते हैं. ओके, सो अगर एक्सट्रैक्ट निकाला जाए क्लैडोफोरा algae का तो ये यूजफुल है अगेंस्ट दी Pseudomonas and Mycobacterium. Then the Laminaria is used as one of the modern tools for the abortions. ठीक है, जो abortions होते हैं, abortions में Laminaria को यूज किया जाता है. Then the seaweeds are beneficial against the gallbladder, pancreas, kidneys, uterus and the thyroid glands. ठीक है, ये जो seaweeds होते हैं वेरियस एप्लीकेशंस दिखाते हैं. गैलब्लैडर की कॉम्प्लिकेशंस में पैंक्रियाटिक कॉम्प्लिकेशन, किडनी कॉम्प्लिकेशन, यूटेरस और थायराइड ग्लैंड्स के कॉम्प्लिकेशन जितने भी आते हैं उसमें सीवीड्स जो है वेरियस सीवीड्स वहां पे यूज होते हैं. सो ऑल दीज आर द एंटीबायोटिक और द मेडिसिनल एप्लीकेशन ऑफ द algae. Okay, so this is all about the ecological and the economic importance. Okay, so this is all about this topic. Okay, thank you very much for watching this video. Please like this video, share this video with your friends who are studying the botany, and if you haven't subscribed to the Botany After channel yet, please subscribe to the Botany After channel for UPSC examination. Again, thank you very much for giving your time. See you in the next video lecture. Thank you.